Today we're going to be diving into the letter Z. And Z is what kind of a letter? Yep, Z is a consonant. And Z spells Z. Z, Z, Z. It sounds like a bumblebee flying through the air. Z. So if you want to sign the letter Z, you take your pointer finger and you write it out in the air, just like you see there. It goes swoop, 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 and that's how you sign the letter Z. It's a very active sign. We hear Z in the beginning of the word zebra. Can you think of any other words where we hear Z? I can think of zip, or the word zoom, like when you go really fast, or when you do a Zoom video call. Zoom, or zip, or zebra. We sometimes hear the letter Z in the beginning of a word, such as in the beginning of the word zap. Z-a-p, zap. Can you do this with me? Z-a-p, zap. We can also hear the letter Z in the beginning of the word zit. Zit is sort of like a nickname for a pimple. So let's do the sounds for the word zit. Z-it, zit. Again, z-it, zit. Now sometimes we hear the z at the end of words, such as in the word whiz, w-is, whiz, or in the word quiz, qu-is, quiz. And so we can hear that the Z sound, the Z, can take different spots in words depending on the word. Do you remember how we also learned that the letter S can sometimes spell Z at the end of some words, such as in the word hugs, hugs, or z, hugs, or the word wigs, w-i-g-z, wigs. In those words, we hear the Z sound at the end of the word, but it is being made by the letter S, which we had already learned, and now we know that S and Z can make the special sound. To make the Z sound, place your tongue close to the top of your mouth and gently let your voice buzz. Try putting your hand on your throat and see if you can feel those vibrations. Let's try it. Zzz, zzz. That's your voice turning on to make the Z sound. The Z sound is continuous, which means what? It can be stretched. We can say the Z sound for as long as we have air. Zzz. And then I ran out of air. But you could go for as long as you have air. All right, let's try. Zzz, 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 zzz. I feel like I have a kazoo in my throat. All right, that was very zesty. Let's keep zooming along. Let's practice skywriting our uppercase letter Z's. You are going to start with your skywriting finger or your tracing finger going along the top line, straight line along the top line, then stop, then do a slanted line down to the bottom line, to the red line, stop, and then do another straight line across the bottom line, stop. So we do 3 lines to make the letter Z. Let's do the lowercase z now. The lowercase z looks just like the uppercase Z, but it's almost like someone took a shrink ray and took the big one and just squished it down, and now we have the little baby one. Okay, so to make the lowercase z, we're going to do all the same steps, but we're just going to keep it between the middle line and the bottom line. So we're going to start at the middle line, do a straight line over, stop, then go down slanted line to the bottom, stop, and then do a straight line over and stop. Now remember, I have practice pages. If you would like to do some handwriting practice on those sheets, you can download them in the link below.